So the first thing you want to think about is your marathon goal, which is your big thing, 1 to 5 years. Okay, this is like your big sort of life-changing stuff. So for example, buying a house, earning a qualification, moving to a different country, learning to drive, starting a business, compete in a competition, your big thing. Now, I will at some point be doing a video on a special phrase that I use, which completely stops the anxiety that straight away I know you'll have by just seeing that and just having a think about your future. Because frankly, somebody says to me, well, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? I'm like, dude, I don't even know what I'm having for lunch tomorrow. So 5 years, bit of a stretch. But if you use the special phrase for now, that straight away will kind of dial down that anxiety, okay? You don't have to, this isn't like set in stone. Where would you like to be? Where's something, for me, it's buying a house. In the next couple of years, I want to be buying a house. So that to me would be my marathon goal, or losing 3 stone, because that to me in about a year and a half, is reasonable. So anything over a year, think of those big goals, but just remember, for now. That's my goal for now. That might change. I might decide after my first sprint that actually I don't want that at all. We're not talking, on your deathbed here, but we're talking something that's going to be more than a year in the making. Something that's a bigger goal, okay? For now. Remember that phrase, please, for now, because it will really help you. Just remember that these things are not set in stone. Just because you put it on here doesn't mean you've got to, go all the way through with it if you decide you don't want to do that in the end. And things can change. So don't think that this is like you sort of, getting married to this goal and that's it for the rest of your life, okay? So for now, what is your marathon goals in each of these areas for now? Now, I am going to do, for the purposes of this video, just to help you out, I'm going to do just the health one, which is going to be lose 3 stone. So lose 3 stone. That's my big marathon goal, okay? It's going to take me a while. It's going to be a bit more involved than a sprint, so that's my marathon goal. Now, again, you might want to change these, in which case you can. Just click on it and you can change it. I've just given you some ideas here: business, career, health, personal, and your hobbies. So what would you like to do? You might not have a big 5-year goal for your hobbies. You might do, or you might want to change that and go, actually, I want to be more spiritual. That might be a spiritual or religious goal. You might say, right, instead of business and career, I just want it to be a money goal. Change these however you like. This is just something to get you going. Okay, so our big marathon goal here is to lose 3 stone. Awesome sauce. Now, most goal setting places will say, well, now you need to think about why you want that and this, that, and the other. If that resonates with you, fill your boots. Me personally, I don't really get on with that kind of thing. Maybe I should. I don't know. It's just not the way that I work. I know why I want to lose 3 stone, because I want to feel better about myself. I want to not have a gut. And I want Mr. Obi to go, oh my God, and do like the wolf eyes every time I walk past, where the jaw drops to the floor and the eyes come out and stalks. So I'm going to lose 3 stone. If you want to, like I said, if you want to go through and like think about your whys and all the rest of it and sort of, sit there navel gazing with a crystal up your ass, you do you, boo. But this is not what we're about here. We're about just like, come on, let's crack on. My goal planning sort of shtick, I suppose, is I do goal planning for those people who don't think they're very good at goal setting. So doing all that stuff is just going to make it worse for you. We're just doing these, we're just getting the juices going here. In the future, you might decide to sit there and do all that stuff. Awesome. This is just to get you going. Goal setting for people who are shit at goal setting. So we're going to lose 3 stone. So the first thing we're going to do is break down this marathon into a sprint. Okay. Now, again, you can read, you've got eyes. You don't want to just break it down into, okay, well, if that's for a year, what can I do in a quarter? Right, that'll be the goal. It wants to be more of a stretch than that. Probably, I'd say, a third. Not a quarter. A half might be pushing it, but you. But it's got to be more than a quarter. A third at the very least, because we want this to be a bit of a stretch, because you will be amazed what you can get done in 12 weeks. As I put here, the principle that the work expands and contracts. You think about the week before you go on holiday, you get shit tons done. The week before Christmas, shit ton gets done, because it's the end of the year. People they get into like deadline mode. I am going to insert a little video of deadline mode, because it just fucking makes my day when I see it. So now it's going to be your problem too, and you have to watch this little cartoon. But yeah, we get a lot of stuff done about towards the end of a deadline, and that's really what we're utilising here. We're kind of tricking ourselves into being in constant deadline mode, if you like. So that's what we're going to do. So I want you to think about your marathon, chunk it down, but it's got to be at least a third, definitely not a quarter. All right. But you know, you think about it, because you, again, halfway through this sprint, you might go, actually, I'm about to blow this shit out the water. I'm going to move my goals. And you can do that. Okay. This is a living document. Remember that. Things change all the time. You can expand it as much as you like. Please don't downgrade it, but just, you know, go for it. Okay. So here, we're going to put in, right, health. Okay. Lose, maybe in 12 weeks, maybe I could do a stone. Okay. 1 stone. Okay. 1 stone gone for ever. Bye fat. Okay. So what strategies? Again, you can read these notes, but a strategy is, what could you do? Okay, it's not, you know, set in stone, but again, just start brain dumping. Just think, okay, well, what could I do to achieve this goal? What are the ways I could go about it? Maybe your goal was to make an extra $5,000. There's tons of ways you can make money, and pretty much all of them work. So what could you do? And then it's a case of sifting and sorting. Well, what is going to make more sense? What's going to move the needle the most? Because there's lots of things you could do, but some things are going to be more strategic than others. Some things are going to be more effective than others, and those are the ones we want to focus on. But I do want to bring your focus here to the daily habit. I've put this in. This isn't part of the original kind of like 12-week year on which this is based. This is part of a book I read called Atomic Habits, and it was about how these small habits really add up. So I kind of smushed them both together here. You need to come up with something that you can do every single day. Now, it's going to be small, it's going to be boring, it's going to be probably not take you very long either. I've done that when I've done these before, because don't forget, I walk my walk, I walk the talk. I have already done this on myself, and I have achieved quite a bit. The daily habit really was the one thing that I could do day in, day out, the kind of like little steps. And that was the things that made the most progress towards my goals, if you like, was this daily habit. And it's almost insignificant. It's easy. In Atomic Habits, he talks about things being, well, it's easy to do, but it's also easy not to do. But it's in the doing that, like, kind of like that sort of exponential curve. You get that kind of hockey stick curve, because it kind of adds up. So this might have been, for one of my goals, which was to finish this crochet blanket that I had hanging around for fucking forever, three rows a day, okay? And it didn't seem like very much, but believe you me, that thing got powered through. Again, just a small goal, because don't forget, we're doing this for people who are shit at goals. It was just a small goal. We're not talking anything life-changing, you know, but it really worked. So this daily habit is something that what can you do every single day? So my daily habit when it comes to my health, for example, okay, strategies, what could I do? Okay, well, I could find a meal plan. Find a meal plan that works. I could find a workout I like, because again, there are absolutely tons of workouts that I could do, but do I want to do all of them? Probably not. Find a workout I like. What else could I do? I could get a personal trainer. What else could I could drink more water. What else could I do? You see what I mean? You just start, open the floodgates. What could I do? Some things you might go, oh, I could do that, but I'm not gonna, which obviously is going to take it off the list. But for now, we just want to hit some lists. You might want to add more strategies as you brain dump. But come up with 5 things that you could do. I could run a fucking marathon. Not gonna, but I could. And then my daily habit. Right, well, I've already been working on this goal, so I know for me, I follow a personal trainer called Rick Howie. He has an app where he gives you put in your height, weight, how active you are, and it will come up with calories, macros, how much protein to eat, how much fat to eat, how much to eat. And his app has got like it gamifies it. So you've got like, if you can hit 5 out of your targets of steps, water, protein, calories, you get bronze, silver and gold. So for me, my daily habit was kind of all packaged together quite nicely. I need to hit at least bronze. on my RH app, and I knew I would get it. So hit bronze plus on RH. But again, yours might be, well, I know that if I can go out there and if I can walk my 10,000 steps a day, I know I'm going to lose some weight, I'm going to tone up. Or if I know I'm going to eat 1,700 calories every day, I know that what could you do every single day that's going to add up? So that becomes my daily habit. Hit bronze on RH, which, like I said, it's kind of cheeky because it's kind of all packaged in together, because that means that I'm going to get my steps, I'm going to get my water, I'm going to get this, that and the other. But that's my daily habit, is to hit that bronze. And then in this section I've given you at the bottom, this is like your weekly planner. So this is all the one-off stuff, not daily, because you're going to be doing that every day anyway, but stuff like, okay, so week one, in the week one of my tasks to do is going to be to find a meal plan that I like. And then maybe in week two, that's when I'm going to do some meal prepping for this meal plan. So I'm going to food shop and prep the meal plan. You might want to do this in week one as well, but I'll tell you now, most of your week one will be planning and getting organised and ready for cracking your goals. From week two onwards is when you start taking action. Week three, that's when I decide I might want to find that workout plan. Find the workout plan. And then I might also want to join a gym. Now, week four, I might think, oh shit, that's when I'm going on holiday. So I'm just going to stay on track, because I'm not going to be able to go to the gym. I'm not going to be doing a workout plan. So that's just a stay on track. Actually, week three, it's quite busy at work. So I might not join the gym then, because I might not have time to do that. So I'm going to do that in week five instead. You see what I mean? Just being able to visually kind of like dump it out and then spread it out means you're not going to overwhelm yourself. So I've given you this as a bit of a visual. You might not be a visual person, in which case just put these straight into your task lists. Don't care, I'm just trying to give you some extra options here. So this is a way of kind of, you might know that week two, holiday. So you know that now it's going to get done on that day, maybe, apart from maybe some reading or something. So you can then, it's kind of a visual way of blocking it all out. Okay?